On the contrary, you find in the following hadith number 379, which is narrated by the great companion Abdullah ibn Umar ibn Khattab radiyallahu anhuma. Totally the opposite now. أن رسول الله صلى الله عليه وسلم قال: عذبت امرأة في هرة حبستها حتى ماتت جوعا فدخلت فيها النار يقال الله أعلم لا أنت أطعمتيها ولا سقيتيها حين حبستيها ولا أنت أرسلتيها فأكلت من خشاش الأرض. يعني it will be said to her: لا أنت أطعمتيها ولا أنت سقيتيها ولا أنت حبستيها حين حبستيها ولا أنت أرسلتيها فأكلت من خشاش الأرض. So what is the meaning of this hadith? Abdullah ibn Umar ibn Khattab radiyallahu anhuma narrated that the Messenger of Allah, may the greatest peace and blessings be upon him, said, a woman was punished. Why? Because she imprisoned a kitten until the kitten died out of hunger, because she neither fed the kitten nor gave her water to drink. So the woman entered hellfire, meaning on the day of judgment, she will enter hellfire. Her soul has entered hellfire. And it will be said to her, and Allah knows best, you neither fed the kitten, nor gave her water when you imprisoned her, nor did you let her go, nor did you release her, nor let it eat from the vermin of the earth. So because of that, you're responsible for the death, this horrible death of the kitten. When a few years ago, there was a cat got stuck between two buildings in New York City. And because it was not possible, the space between the two buildings was very narrow, and the kitten fell in this space. So the fire department, the police department, and the fire trucks, and the human rights organizations, and the women rights organizations, and the animal rights organizations, and the United Nations, even when I was in the flight, all the screens giving the coverage of the rescue of the cat over a couple of days. Yeah. And then the whole nation and the whole West is celebrating, cheering. Everybody was holding their breath. What is going to happen to the kitten? Very impressive, no doubt. But would I be exaggerating if I say fake? All of that is fake. If you care so much about the life of a cat or a kitten, that's very sweet. But what about the lives of millions of innocent civilians, human beings? What about the lives of millions in Vietnam? What about the lives of millions in Afghanistan? What about the lives of millions in Iraq? What about the lives of millions in Gaza? What about the lives of millions of many countries that you guys invaded and bombarded and killed with cold blood, pouring bombs like rain, whether in Nagasaki, in Japan, in Vietnam, in Afghanistan, and in Iraq? I came across the video of Madeleine Albright. She passed away. She died. Now she's between God's hands. And it is Allah who would account her for all what she did. She and all the people who were responsible for the lives of millions of kids. In the interview, she did not feel a single moment of regret or remorse for being liable for the death of at least 500,000 children in Iraq or more. And this is before the second invasion, before the mass destruction in Iraq and atrocities. She says, it's democracy. It's a fair price for democracy. Where is this democracy? There is no democracy. There is no human rights. Every time the United Nations and all the nations come to an agreement to condemn the atrocities, the genocide in Palestine, the USA uses the veto right and objects, no, you're not supposed to condemn our baby. So you give them weapons to kill innocent people day and night and to create trouble in the entire region like you did in Iraq, like you did in Afghanistan. But meanwhile, all the national media and the social media and the international media is covering, full coverage, 24 hours until they rescue the cat. What do we say about that? Double standard. What is this? I would definitely appreciate, and all of us appreciate rescuing the cat. Very nice. A cat, a dog, a bird. Thank you so much. But at least treat humans like the cats, like the dogs, right? We in our religion are commanded to give everyone their due rights. Human beings, animals, birds, fish. It's not permissible. A few days ago, I posted a video, a question about grilling the fish alive, then grilling half of it and serving it while it's still moving. Haram, torture. And the Nabi sallallahu alayhi wa sallam said, لا ينبغي أن يعذب بالنار إلا رب النار. It is not permissible. Would you like to be treated the same? Would you like to be tortured with hellfire while still alive, flipped right and left on both sides? Of course not. So fish, birds, animals, or even insects, it is not permissible. إن الله كتب الإحسان على كل شيء فإذا قتلتم فأحسنوا القتلة وإذا ذبحتم فأحسنوا الذبحة. Indeed, Allah has ordained kindness on everything, on every person, and towards everyone, even towards your enemies. Allah made it permissible for us to consume the meat of the sheep, the goat, the chicken. When you come to slaughter them, there is an Islamic way, which is a merciful way. Do not electrocute them. Do not shoot them. Okay, do not suffocate them. Slaughter with mercy, sharpen your knife, comfort your animal, and do not slaughter it before other animals, not to torture them as well. May Allah have mercy on us. May Allah guide us to what is best.